Hey everyone, it's Derek here. I wanted to make a quick video to show you how to log into Toastmasters and access your Toastmasters pathways. Many of you are actually enrolled in a Toastmasters pathway, but you don't know how to access it, which can be really frustrating. So I'm just going to show you visually how to do this right from their website. So the very first thing you want to do is go to toastmasters.org. I'm using a desktop computer to film this. You may be doing this on your phone. Not sure how different it's going to look for you if you're using your phone, but you should probably be able to find it. It's probably going to look relatively similar, and the buttons are probably going to be relatively the same. So go to toastmasters.org, and you're going to want to find at the very top here on this desktop computer is the login button. So you're going to want to find the login button and click login. You'll need to know the password and the email address you used to sign up for Toastmasters to access your Toastmasters pathway. So I have my email address already saved in my browser, so it pulled it in there and put it in, and it put my password in as well. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with this information, and it's going to think for a couple seconds here. Hopefully the internet's not working too slow. There we go. Here we are. And now we're in Toastmasters, but the question is, where is the pathways, right? We have buttons all over the place here. And it's where do we need to go to do our pathway? The answer is you want to go to Basecamp. So we go here. This is the easiest way to do it if you're on a desktop anyway. And again, if you're using a mobile device, you're probably going to be pretty similar. Just, forage around till you find it. But you want to go to this thing that says go to Basecamp. And now that we're on Basecamp, you'll find that I have 2 in progress pathways because why do one thing at a time when you can do 2? No, I'm just kidding. I started a project earlier when I first started Toastmasters, kind of lost interest in it. And then when I got interested in pathways again, I decided I was really wanting to do visionary communication, not presentation mastery. So presentation mastery is on pause right now, and I am working on visionary communication. You can also pick up and do another one. It cost me $20 to do this, but do what you want to do. Any of these honestly are going to help you to grow as a speaker. So bottom line is make sure you're enrolled in one of these, and the one you're enrolled in is going to pop up here in this Basecamp under Paths and Learning. And we're going to go ahead into visionary communication. To get started on a pathway, you have to do your first speech. And your first speech for each of these pathways is going to be an icebreaker. The icebreaker is a super fun and relatively easy speech to give. Have fun with it and work through the steps. They lay out exactly how to give this speech, and they give you a lot of resources to help you do it successfully. So, when you click on your pathway, it's got, I don't exactly know where it's taking me here, but what you want to do is you want to click to overview. It's going to think for a couple seconds. And here we are. So there's 5 levels here to this pathway. And we want to start, or you want to start as well, in level 1 with your icebreaker speech. The icebreaker speech is that fundamental speech that you give. So you go here. And in this level 1, the icebreaker speech, there are a series of web pages and tabs that you can work through that have helpful advice, action steps, and useful documents that can help you complete your project successfully. So if we go here to the very first tab in Icebreaker, we have a nice introduction of what an icebreaker is. We have a summary of the resources, and we have the resources themselves. To me, this is probably the most useful thing in this whole level 1 icebreaker section. It is everything you need to give the speech that you want to give and complete this project. Just to overview what that is, we have a Project 1 icebreaker checklist, and that gives you the opportunity. You can even check it off with the PDF they have. It's an editable PDF. Not edible, but editable, right? You can edit it. It sounded almost like edible, but yeah, you can edit this PDF, go through the list, check off things. You can have your evaluation form. This is where you can share what you excel at, what you may want to work on, things to challenge. Again, this is what you give to the person who's evaluating the speech, and they're thinking about those things and sharing that with you. So that is helpful. There's a grading rubric here and then an explanation about how to use that grading rubric. Going from the project checklist and the evaluation resource, there is the print the resource or print the icebreaker project. And this has helpful information that can help you complete the project. This is really how-to stuff. One thing I would caution you about is if you're like me, you want to master everything and learn everything before you take action. Don't do that or you'll never get through the pathway. Read through the document, glean some helpful information, whatever can help you take some steps, and then take action. You don't have to memorize what's all in this 21-page document. Just work through the exercise they help you with or they give you, pick up some good information, and then give your speech, right? Just give your speech. And then we have the speech outline worksheet. And the speech outline worksheet is where you can create the substance of your speech. You start with your title and you just brainstorm some things you want your fellow Toastmasters to know about you. You maybe can jot down some reasons why you've joined Toastmasters. You can list some goals down here, and that kind of helps you get some ideas about, okay, what do I want to include in the speech? What is the substance of the speech? Then you can begin to actually produce a structure around what you want to talk about, right? So you can think about how you're going to greet your fellow Toastmasters. You can think about what you want to hook your audience with from the very beginning. Do you want to hook them with a question or a statistic or a startling statement about your life? Think about how you want to hook your audience. Give that brief introduction, and it says you may want to include why you joined Toastmasters. And then what I really like about this is not only do they have, again, like main point 1, main point 2, that's the meat of this structure. These are the things you want to talk about, the ideas you want to share. They also give you room for transitions, and they ask you to consider how are you going to transition from each of these pieces all the way down to your conclusion, right? How are you going to go through all those pieces? And so what I'd encourage you to do is maybe even print this out or even make a new document, or you can use the editable one here. I don't like this PDF because honestly, if you put too many words in, it restricts it, and I found it wasn't enough words. So I just copied and pasted these prompts and I wrote my own stuff on a Google document. Do whatever you want. The idea is that you use this as a framework for giving this speech. So that's how you log into Toastmasters. And again, you go through this. Once you get through all this, and I did the speech already, so all this stuff is filled in. You save all this, it saves all your information. And it's got your checklist right here. You can put all this information in if you want. Then you just tick off, I completed my project. Since I completed my project, I'm going to do that. And once you have completed, it says it's still available to view at any time, so you confirm that. And so one speech in my pathway is finished. And now I'm just going to go through and do this process basically for the next several speeches. For me, it's going to be 43 because I've decided to do every elective that I could possibly do. So this is done, right? Level 1 icebreaker speech is done. I will now go to writing a speech with a purpose. That's the second one in this level. There's other ones in this level, and then I complete this level. And then there's 5 levels in total. So there's a lot of work to be done. The key thing is to get started. So hopefully this helps you to get started. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.